You may be shocked at the cost of living in Toronto. Are you thinking about moving to Toronto, either from another city in the province or from another country altogether? Well, you're going to want to know how much it's going to cost you on a day-to-day and monthly basis so you're prepared and not strapped once you get to the six. Hey guys, my name is Morgan Little. I'm a realtor here in the Greater Toronto Area, or GTA for short, who helps clients buy, sell, rent, and invest in this beautiful city of Toronto and surrounding area. If there's anything I can do to help in your journey moving to Toronto, feel free to book a call using the calendar link in the description below, and I look forward to connecting. Now, let's talk about the real cost of living in Toronto. Toronto is a vibrant and exciting major city, so it should be expected that it's going to be relatively expensive. I'm assuming that you probably realize that already and you're planning on coming here for a specific job or to attend one of our world-class universities, or you're following your dream or your passion and it's leading you here. Either way, I just want to have you prepared. Starting with number one on our list, housing. The Toronto housing market is strongly influenced by simple supply and demand, and the demand has continued to rise, resulting in a consistent increase in real estate prices, especially over the last few years. Prices have come down a little bit from our peak in 2021, and presently, the average cost of a detached home in Toronto is just over $1.7 million, whereas the surrounding areas we call the 905, the average price is almost $1.35 million. Now, before you close the video and say, forget it, I'm not moving to Toronto, those prices are crazy, hold on. Those prices are the average detached homes. There are a lot of other options out there if you're looking to buy. For example, if you're looking at a condo, you're looking more in the $700,000 range. But if renting is more your speed, then hold on, because the average one-bedroom apartment averages around $2,600 per month. So if you're just starting out, you may want to think about getting a roommate. Number two, transportation. Whether or not you're going to own a car will probably depend on where you're going to live and what kind of work you do. I live downtown, where many people might think that owning a car is silly, but with my job as a realtor, I need a vehicle. But there are some significant costs that come with owning a car, not including the price of the actual vehicle, but gas is now ranging anywhere from $150 to $170 per liter. Insurance will depend on where you park. When I first moved here from Montreal, where I paid $60 a month for insurance, it went up to almost $400 a month because of the area that I lived in and because I was parking on the street downtown. Now I park underground. I'm in a different area, so I think it's about $180 per month or so now. Speaking of parking, that also costs money, of course, depending on whether it's street parking or in a green P or a private lot. But if you're going to take public transit called the TTC, which includes buses, streetcars, and the subway, obviously it'll be much more affordable. However, expenses can accumulate quickly, with a single adult fare being at $3.35 and a monthly pass around $150. There's also the option of ride-sharing services like Uber or Lyft, but of course convenience comes at a cost, especially during peak hours. If you're a cycling enthusiast, you can explore Toronto through the bike share program, with an annual membership costing around $100 and a day pass at about $15. A single ride will depend, I believe, on the length of time. But keep this in mind that you won't really have that option in the winter. Now let's talk about everyone's favorite thing, food. Food expenses, especially with the inflation we've been experiencing, are a big contributor to overall cost of living. While Toronto offers a large variety of grocery stores, from more affordable options like No Frills or Food Basics up to specialty stores like Garage or Whole Foods, where prices can be quite a bit higher. According to the 2023 Canadian Food Price Report, a typical family of 2 adults and 2 adolescent children can expect to spend $1,357 per month on groceries. I actually think that's kind of low. I tend to use meal delivery services like Good Food or HelloFresh, and that's usually about $150 a week. Plus then I buy groceries, maybe $100 a week from the grocery store. And that's just for 2 of us and a baby. So I don't know, do the math there. Personal care. I didn't include this in groceries, but this is going to be your deodorant, toothpaste, lotions, or whatever else you like to pamper yourself with. It's not hard to spend a lot of money when you go into a Shoppers Drug Mart, so keep this one in mind when budgeting. Health and fitness. Gym membership, yoga studio, CrossFit, getting a personal trainer, however you like to exercise, you'll want to take this into consideration as well when budgeting your monthly expenses. There are lower cost options like the YMCA, and then you have specialty boutique gyms that have a much higher ticket for memberships, or you can go for a run outside to stay healthy. And speaking of healthcare, in Canada, healthcare is publicly funded by OHIP, but that is fairly limited and additional expenses may incur, including private health insurance for services not covered by the government. And dining out. Let's face it, you're gonna wanna be eating out. Toronto has a great food scene with mid-range restaurants averaging you probably around $50 per person, unless you wanna have some drinks, that is. And obviously it can go way up from there, as Toronto has recently garnered 15 Michelin star restaurants. But you also have lower cost options, fast food, street meat, all that good stuff if you don't wanna spend too much. And don't forget Uber Eats. You don't have to leave your house to spend money. But when you do go out, there's no shortage of things to do. You can pretty much do anything you can think of in the city. We have professional sports, the Leafs, the Raptors, TFC, the Blue Jays. We have many of the world's biggest live performances. Taylor Swift was just here. There's things like Cirque du Soleil, museums, comedy shows, literally anything that you're into, you'll find it. At a cost, of course. This one is hard to put a number on because it really depends on how crazy you want to go. But there are lots of outdoor activities and shows that are either free or cheap. Utility costs. This can include your gas, electricity, water, insurance, internet, as well as your cell phone and any subscriptions you have like Netflix or Amazon. These can definitely range depending on your living situation and personal requirements, but definitely need to be accounted for when figuring out how much you need each month. And here are a few others that may not apply to everyone, but I'll mention it because it definitely will apply to some of you. One of these is education. If you're coming here for school, the price will vary greatly depending on whether you're a Canadian citizen, which can be anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000 a year, or an international student, which tends to be much more expensive and can cost upwards of $40,000 to $50,000 per year. And childcare is another one that will be applicable to certain segments of the population. And with that, if you can find it, because there are waiting lists at a lot of daycares, that cost can vary anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 per month. There are some subsidies around now that I will talk about in another video that I plan to do soon, as I'm in a position where I'm finding childcare now myself. But in summary, while these overall costs of living in Toronto can be substantial, careful planning can help you manage your day-to-day and monthly expenses. Again, if there's anything I can do to help with your move to Toronto, book a call below and I'll be happy to chat. Till then, hit that subscribe button, stay well and stay hungry.